Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about the new Dior highlighters. I'm so excited. I have 5 out of the 6 shades. Dior sent these over to me. So I have shades 2 through 6. I don't have shade 1, which is a shade that I'm really interested in, but I'm happy to have these 5 and see if I need to pick up number 1, which is Nude Glow. Anyway, I have some close-ups of each of these highlights. I have some hand swatches, and then what I'm going to do is do some face swatches for you live. The one thing I wanted to point out, because I was personally curious myself how similar these highlighters were to their older highlighters. I don't think these are being discontinued. I don't think so. I went onto the Dior site and I noticed that the description, at least for the 2 highlighters, is very different. So the one call out in terms of the formula and these new highlighters is that it's composed of 95% natural origin pigments. This highlighter powder is concentrated in pearlescent pigments with a multi-dimensional glow. It blends seamlessly with the skin and offers perfect makeup wear from morning to night. There is a little asterisk next to the 95% natural origin pigments, and the asterisk is amount calculated based on the ISO 16128-1 and ISO 16128-2 standard, water percentage included. So I'm not personally clear on what that means, but I thought I would point that out to you guys. And it also says that it's infused with wild pansy extract. The highlighter protects the skin's natural hydration throughout the day. Comfort is guaranteed. So when I went back and looked at the description for these older highlighters, I didn't see any of that mentioned. They're both baked gelée formulas. The names of the highlighters are very similar, so I don't know if they're eventually going to discontinue these highlights. I know these are a fan favorite, so I hope not. And I do have 001 in this version. So before we jump in the shades, I just need to call out how beautiful this compact is. So it has like a puffy patent vinyl top here with the logo on the top. It does have top stitching. It's really quite pretty. It reminds me of is it the bronzers? Yeah, I think the bronzers came out, but instead of the kind of patent vinyl fabric on top, it has more of like a matte leather-like fabric on top. So that's the main difference there, but the bottom of the compact is the same. So let's take a look at Pink Glow here. So here's a close-up of the pan. And here is a swatch on my hand. So I apologize, I couldn't swatch on my arm today because I have self-tanner on. I don't know if you noticed, my neck is looking a little blotchy. I haven't rinsed it off yet, I've just applied it. So I'm wearing a very, very loose top. I don't have a necklace on or anything, so that's why I have self-tanner on. So I had to swatch on the back of my hand. So here's number 2, Pink Glow, swatch on the back of my hand. All right, let's go ahead and apply this. So I have one of Wayne Goss's Artist Collection brushes here. So I'm gonna be applying these highlights just in small areas of my face since I have 5 to swatch. I don't know if I'll be able to remove all my makeup. I probably could. Well, let's see what happens. Okay, let me go into number 2, Pink Glow. Wow. Incredibly shiny, and this shade I would definitely say is on the cooler side. It is very, very silvery and very foily. I hope you guys can see it. I'm not that used to my new setup here where I know kind of, you know, how to angle my face and everything, but hopefully this is catching the light. It is really, really high shine, and like I mentioned, on the silvery side. All right, let's move on to number 3, which is Pearlescent Glow. So here is a close-up of Pearlescent Glow in the pan, and it looks like a white highlighter. But when I swatched it, and here's a swatch on the back of my hand, it is one of those highlights that's a little bit more sheer, and it's very, very iridescent. It has like a shift to blue. It's very, very cool toned. It is very galactic. So this highlighter I actually dropped and the pan came out, but the pan itself didn't break. Thank goodness. But I have to say, as beautiful as this highlight is, it's really definitely not gonna be a highlight that I wear very often. That kind of iridescent highlight is not really my thing. But let's go ahead and apply it to this cheek. I've got my Sonia G Detail Pro brush. Here, this is To quote Teresa is Dead, I feel like an alien slut with this highlight on. Wow, holy cow. Wow, that is some shine though. This again, like number 2, this is number 3. Number 2 is very cool toned, very, very silvery, again with that kind of bluish shift in there. All right, moving on to number 4, which is called Golden Glow. This one has a really beautiful light kind of tangerine shade to it. And here is a swatch, again on the back of my hand. And it's really pretty. I don't know if this tone works in a traditional way for me, like, you know, on the tops of my cheekbones or anything like that. Sorry, I thought I saw a spider. No, I think it's just a little mark. So this I feel like I would use as a blush topper. And right now for blush, I have the Armani number 30 blush on, and I feel like this would be a really pretty blush topper. So let's try it like that. We'll see if it works. I'm gonna take another kind of large fluffy eyeshadow brush. This is the Chikuhodo Z10 brush, I think. Anyway, I'm gonna take this brush, go into number 4, and I'm just going to like cup the apples of my cheeks here and kind of blend in. Yeah, this one is much warmer than these other 2. Gosh, I really hope you can see that. You know what? I'm gonna remove this other highlighter. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I was being lazy, but I feel like with that highlighter on, you really couldn't get a sense of number 4. So let me reapply number 4, Golden Glow. So we're back to this tangerine one. So I'm gonna apply this to the tops of my cheeks. I just feel like that's the best place where you guys will be able to see the actual shade, even though I may not personally wear it there. Like I said, I feel like this shade I would probably use as a blush topper. But here, you can probably get a good sense that it's a little bit warmer. Well, obviously, in the pan you can tell that it's a little bit warmer, but like the sheen of it is a little bit more golden versus silver. So now that I actually have it on my cheek, I do feel like it works there for me. And I don't feel like it looks quite as orange on my cheek as it does in the pan. I feel like it actually kind of suits my skin tone. Interesting, okay. So that is Golden Glow. Let's move on to number 5, which is Rosewood Glow. This one is really, really pretty. Here's a close look at the pan for Rosewood Glow number 5. And here is a swatch of it, again on the back of my hand. And this highlight actually reminds me, the tone of it actually reminds me of the Modern Mercury highlighter that Estee Lauder has come out with. They've come out with it as a collab with Victoria Beckham. And this one I wanna say is like a smidgen deeper, and that one it has like a little bit more peach to it, but it's similar. Like when I open it up, that highlighter was the first one that I thought of. So anyway, let me go ahead and apply some Rosewood Glow. I just brushed off my Sonia G Detail Pro brush. Just gonna apply again to the tops of my cheeks here, although I think it's too deep for my skin tone to use as a typical highlight. But there's the highlight there. Wow, that's really pretty. And this highlight has more of a silver sheen to it, so it's definitely on the cooler side. Wow, does this work as a highlight too? Oh, interesting. I don't think it looks that deep once I apply it to my cheeks, just like this one, huh? Oh wow, I feel like I see it back here, but when I have it over my cheekbone where I guess I have more blush, it just blends in really nicely there. Okay. All right, so that is number 5, Rosewood Glow. And then last but not least, we have number 6, Coral Glow. This is so pretty. This one has a nice shift to a gold, and this actually reminds me of that Dior blush that I really love. This one is a little bit pinkier. That one has a little bit more peach to it. And I love it so much I can't remember the name. Anyway, I'll leave it down below in the description box, but if you guys have been watching me for a while, I think you know what blush I'm talking about. But isn't this just so pretty? So I am gonna use this one as blush. I've got a big fluffy brush here from Chantecaille. I'm just gonna use that. And I'm gonna dust this kind of all over my cheek here. Yeah, this has some serious glow. Let me tilt my face. Do you see that golden glow? Ooh. Ooh, it's so pretty. But if you have a fairly fair skin tone, I think this has enough of that pink pigment in it to like use as a blush. If you have a medium to deeper skin tone, ooh, this gorgeous. If you want like something with a golden kind of shift to it, gorgeous, gorgeous highlight. Well, all right, that was a quick look at the new DIOR Forever Couture Luminizers. I really enjoy these. I have not always been the biggest fan of DIOR highlighters. I like this one that I got from their older line, but a lot of their limited edition highlights, they have like a lot of micro glitter and iridescence to them, and I like my highlighters just a little bit smoother with just kind of like a shift to silver or gold, you know, just like a basic highlight. And aside from number 3, which is the one that I had originally on this cheek that had that shift to blue, I think all of these kind of suit my taste, at least. Like they're just a little bit smoother. I really don't detect micro glitter, and the rest of them, like I said, aside from number 3, the rest of these really just shift to either silver or gold. So I'm really enjoying these, and the packaging is just, oh, I just love it. I love it so much. So thank you so much for tuning in. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.